Welcome back to another episode of Podcasting for Newbies. I am your host, Danny Marie, and you guys, we're sunsetting all of my content on Fanbase exclusive. These videos have been my behind the scenes, very grungy, grimy, rugged, vulnerable. I started recording the first video when I was cutting off all of my hair. I was talking about finding out the news that I'm pregnant, shedding all of the dead weight, and preparing for now, today, where I finally see the light coming at the end of the tunnel. So I was going through that moment and I was sharing that behind the scenes. Me looking back over the old videos, I'm not going to go through all of them one by one in detail. If you want, please feel free to subscribe. It's $4.99. You can cancel the subscription after the first month. But we want to share what it really looks like to be building from the ground up. And I know that there are a lot of people on social media that show you their better self to sell a brand. And that's no hate against them, because that's what I aspire to do too. Some people don't understand it takes perseverance. It takes a lot of rejection. It takes a lot of pushback in molding and crafting you into what you're supposed to be. So I am documenting that process, and I'm able to share it with you now because I feel good and content. And I knew this would be a part of the process. A lot of people, they're not consistent with their podcasts. They're not showing up consistently because they let all of those tough spots be the reason why they give up and let go. I'm showing you what it looks like to push through, because that's the only way, even from all of the experts that I know, the authors that I know, the public speakers that I know, the people that are making 7 figures in their business, they all said it took them a good 10 years before things took off for them. People don't want to do the work. I come from grit. I come from working multiple jobs just so you can make things happen. I've been knocked off of my rocker. Since the pandemic, especially, I talk about this all of the time. I've been through miscarriage. I've been through the loss of a home, the loss of a parent, the loss of a grandparent, the loss of several aunts, my mother's sisters, the loss of my play auntie, but we would never say that for real. We would never claim each other as play anything. That is my aunt. I lost my cousin and friends that you grew up with along the way. I became a mom of 2. I lost both of my jobs. That is enough for anybody. And the fact that there are people who do not withstand those things, and unfortunately, they make a decision to go a completely different route, if you know what I mean. So to still be here with my, God, thank you, right mind, I am grateful. But I'm showing you what it looks like. I'm showing you the real. I'm showing you why I'm so passionate about who I help and how I help you. I'm passionate about this because I know what it's like. I come from it. So I am going through and looking at all of my videos. I'm giving you my real reaction. I'm sharing that with you in real time. I hope that at the very least, you're nothing but inspired. And then if you want to cackle, give a cackle. I laugh too. One of my favorite scriptures, for I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you, give you a hope and a future. That has always stuck with me. And God reminds me of that in people when I show up for people in this way, when I coach and mentor people, when I tell them, yes, you could do the same things. You can be just like me in the case that I'm here showing up consistently, building a brand. And it's not cute. It's ugly. It's very gritty, but you can do it too. And you reveal what you want to reveal. Your journey is your journey. I want you to know that it's possible at the very least. So I share all of that with you. And we're going to go through this content. I'm cutting my hair. I'm telling you guys, like the news of me finding out that I was pregnant. This is all happening in real time, right? And then my youngest son is sick. He comes in the bathroom and he sees me cutting off all of my hair. And he gives his reaction. We're not going to go through this whole video, but I'm going to scroll through the bits and pieces. You know when a woman cuts off her hair. You know when a woman is like ready for a transition. She's not looking back. I forgot I said that, and I literally just was about to say that.
Or when she's just like, enough is enough. You always know when a woman is transitioning when she cuts off that hair.
Man, go back and watch that.
I have
next one.
Obviously cut off my hair. Hello.
Let me see. Can I flip through?
I was just explaining, like, a woman is tired and ready for change.
Let's go to the next one.
Cutting off her hair.
All right.
Oh, I did that. All right, you guys. Happy Monday. It is Monday, March 24, 2025. I probably been to a therapist at least, I can count on one hand, especially as a youth or adolescent. But as an adult, all that I have been through personally, including the emotional absence of my mother who raised me as a latchkey kid.
I went right into it.
In the military, single parent, always exhausted, never really any time to be with us, put us into any activities, build a relationship, parent, nurture. So dealing with her emotional absence, like when she would get off work, she would just check out and there was just little to no interaction. And then the physical absence of my dad, dealing with multiple child losses. I shared before that I have terminated one pregnancy in the past when I was 19 years old. At 22, I had a stillbirth pregnancy.
Oh my gosh, I was just
after I had a miscarriage. So dealing with those losses, then losing my father who died one day after my son's first birthday. Homelessness, multiple children lost.
I think that's like just hardened.
Losing everything.
Hardening of the heart.
During the pandemic, losing everything again.
Talk about it,
including two of my full-time employers. So I've just been through a lot.
I've been through a lot.
And I just don't ever really express it or have a space where I can really talk or vent about it, with the exception of what I'm doing here on Fanbase. And so with all of that said, always being that strong friend, always being that strong person, feeling like I can persevere and get through it because I have been, but never really.
So obviously I'm about to take the test, but we're going to go on to the next one. This one, you guys.
All right, so I am here.
7 weeks pregnant, emergency room visit.
They have my bed out in the hall. I'm not in the room. Probably because of the situation, that I don't need to be in a room, but I need it to be seen. So I told you guys a few weeks back.
Oh, she's like, I just unhooked her fluids.
It was a few weeks or what? That's how I would feel.
So I told you guys in a previous video, I believe I have, that I've been bleeding. I've been bleeding for like 3 weeks straight and the baby has not passed. So I have a miscarriage technically. And my appointment wouldn't be until April 18th. So that's next Friday. So I called my nurse yesterday and I told them the situation and the reason why.
Yes. So the reason why I share that part now is because I already had a video explaining that I was miscarriaging and, telling women to keep going. So I'm able to share it now because it's already out there. This is September. We're going into October next week. That happened in April. So as you can imagine, they gave me some medicine and I was talking about that process. But here's the flood. Y'all. The whole house. We lost a lot of towels and blankets that day.
3:24 a.m. I was smack dab in the middle of my sleep.
This is us moving into a hotel. We stayed there for about a month. So we shared some hotel life in this content. Every video is about 15, 20 minutes. Ugh. Literally. You guys got to go back and watch that. All right, this is us checking on our house. Okay, you guys fall in behind me. So they took all, at first we were supposed to keep the top cabinets, but I guess they're just going to give us new cabinets. Now they're starting to do the caulking. What does it smell like, Pierre? Water taxi in Seattle. So I'm talking about juicy content, you guys. I'm getting rid of all of it. I invite you to go watch it. Very raw, very vulnerable, but also understanding, you know, who Danny Marie is. This is a person who is saying that she is a coach and a mentor. You know, how, why? This is showing you parts of it. What better coach than a person that literally gets it and gets down in the mud with you and will pull you through it, because I did that for myself. That's how I show up for me. That's how I show up for you. So this is the exclusive content, and it doesn't necessarily be that you are a podcaster. You could be a creator. I'm in my now late 30s starting a content creation business brand. What does that look like? I never was, I was outside. I didn't care about social media until I was forced to have to do the content creation thing as a solo mom, using what I got, transforming it, taking the lemons, making lemonade. And that's why we're doing the podcast psychology program. Waitlist is open, by the way, shameless plug. January 2026, we're going through 12 weeks together as a group, as a cohort. We're walking through the steps of why you need to free yourself of that I cannot do it thinking, of that woe is me mentality, of showing up inconsistently, of playing down yourself. You have a platform and you have an audience who is waiting to hear what you have to say. You have a responsibility. There's been a passion and fire burning inside of you. It's time for you to let it out. And we don't have a lot of time left. And this is not to put out any scare tactics, but it's time. I want you all to grab the free podcast audit so you see where you are at with your podcast. Find it in the description. It's absolutely free. Go subscribe, get a better understanding of who Danny Marie is, and let's start this podcasting journey together. You got this. I'll see you on the next video.